Welcome to the classroom. Today we're talking about weather, part 2, reading the clouds and the atmosphere. In an earlier classroom we discussed weather and how the weather affected fish movements and migrations. Most of the discussion was spent talking about a cold front and how the fish reacted to different light levels associated with the weather conditions. Today we'll discuss how to read the vapor trails or contrails left from planes and jets. On the first day after a cold front, you'll have a washed out sky as shown here. In all blue sky, many times you'll be able to see the moon during the day. And you might even notice some fine details like the many craters on the moon. If you can spot a plane way up in the sky at 30 to 40,000 feet, you'll see a plane with no vapor trail. The fish will be very deep and dormant under these conditions. The first indication that a change is taking place, you'll see a very short vapor trail that will disappear quickly. The fish will still be mostly deep and dormant. Later on in the day or the next day, you'll notice that the vapor trails become a bit longer before they disappear. You may notice some high cirrus clouds start to form. The fish will still be fairly deep and dormant. You might see some vapor trails that are a bit longer with some breaks in them. The breaks are due to patches of drier air mixed in with some of the moisture. The fish will start to get active and some movements will occur. You'll notice vapor trails will stay a bit longer before they disappear. By now the fish will move back to their normal sanctuary depth with short movements. When you start to see the vapor trails stay and spread out, fish will start to move and migrate. We can now expect fishing to pick up. Now when you see the vapor trail stay and spread all over the sky, we're back in business. By this time we can expect there to be possibly 2 fish movements during the day. The fish will migrate and move shallower and will have a good chance to make a good catch. This may be the 3rd or 4th day after a cold front. Later in the day, you'll start to see more contrails in the sky spread out in several different directions. They will stay there for a long time and spread further and further out. When you see them spread out like this is when fishing will really start to get good. This is an indication that there is a lot more moisture in the sky. Anytime you notice the vapor trail spread out wide all over the sky, you can be pretty sure the fish movements will be good. The vapor trails will be so spread out they will look like high cirrus clouds. You can expect that you may see 2 good fish movements and migrations during the day. This could be the 4th or 5th day after the cold front. The next day the clouds start to build up good and get thick and heavy. Rain is forecasted later in the day. The fish are moving shallower and the movements are lasting longer than the day before. This is when you'll see some really good catches of fish being made. When you see a picture of a good catch of fish, many times you'll notice vapor trails in the background. The next day you look up and notice the sky is washed out again. The fish will be deep and inactive. Should we go fishing under tough conditions even though we shouldn't expect good movements? You bet. You should go anytime. It's the very tough conditions that will teach you and make you a better fisherman. But on the other hand, seeing that washed out sky can be the best days to take care of those honey-do lists and chores around the house. For more information on this classroom subject, as well as any others, check out structurefishing.com/education.